This is your 2019 Mazda CX-5, but it's diesel as opposed to gasoline. I've done a pretty extensive review on the CX-5, so I will link to that below if you're interested. This video is going to focus on the driving impressions and some little quirks and irks. So it looks like a regular CX-5, but it does have the $5,000 diesel option. So let's take a look at the gas store, because Mazda definitely wants you to only put diesel in here, and they will remind you 4 times. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Little quirk and a perk for me. Doesn't matter where you start putting the gas cap. Doesn't matter where you start the gas cap. It will always end up with the word diesel facing upwards towards you. Very cool. And there is your AdBlue for cleaning things out. As far as separating it from a regular CX-5 appearance-wise, it's really just this one red letter. It's a Skyactiv technology D, and the D stands for, that's it, diesel. Single tailpipe, and now it's only available on the top signature trim. You can't get a diesel engine in any other vehicle, at least right now, as of October 2019. Good looking vehicle overall. One little tiny quirk I didn't mention in my first review: the rear doors open almost 90 degrees. And like, that's really, really good as far as getting people in and out, especially if they have mobility issues or short legs, or I guess that would be children. Anyways, let's get inside. Before that, because I just thought of this and I almost forgot it, let's take a look under the hood of the 2019 Mazda CX-5 Diesel. Be right back. Quick look under the hood, 2019 CX-5 Diesel. You'll notice the dipstick is yellow right there, as opposed to black. And aside from that, it looks pretty similar to a gasoline engine. Anyways, just wanted to give you a quick look under the hood of the CX-5 Diesel. Give you a look at it from this side, and then maybe we'll take a look from the other side. So yeah, there's the driver's side view, and we'll just scoot around to the passenger side. And yeah, all right, let's get this thing on the road and talk a little more about diesel and if it's needed, and if Mazda made a smart move in releasing a CX-5 diesel vehicle. Quick look at the dashboard before we get going, and I'll show you why in a moment. Nice little graphic to start up. So you'll notice the red line right there. It maxes out at 6 as opposed to I think 7,500 or 8 on the gasoline version. And your red line starts at 5,000. It's kind of your early warning sign, and then you hit red line at 5,500. Anyways, just wanted to point that out, and let's get out on the road right now. Let's do the drive. 2019 CX-5 Diesel. So Mazda wanted to do this a few years ago, then Volkswagen got caught for cheating, and they're out their reputation and billions of dollars. And anyway, so the rules changed as far as emissions testing, so Mazda had to kind of not really go back to the drawing board, but they had to kind of tweak a few things to make sure that they were fully compliant within all of the rules and regulations. So here we are in 2019, and we have the CX-5 Diesel. So interestingly, there's not really a lot of diesel options if it's a non-luxury vehicle like this. The GMC Terrain had killed their diesel earlier this year. So really, Mazda's catering to the diesel enthusiasts and hoping to pick up some of the Volkswagen customers that don't have the option for diesel anymore. Interesting approach. It's always weird kind of doing something that's not the norm. You know, either you're a leader or it's just going to work out terribly. But I think Mazda's got enough of a strong reputation and a great vehicle to launch their diesel in North America with through the CX-5. So fuel efficiency is what everyone goes on about, not in a negative way, just that's one of the big draws as far as a diesel engine versus gasoline goes. So I've done 628 kilometers right now, and I'm at 8.9 as far as my average goes. And I will put the fuel efficiency figures right there, right now, to show you how that stacks up against the ratings that Mazda gives. And memory serves, I believe it's 8.4. Now, I've done a lot of city driving. The new issue of my magazine came out yesterday, so I was running all around town with boxes and boxes, about maybe 300-400 pounds worth of boxes. So power to weight ratio tells you that the more weight you have, the more fuel you're going to use, because the car needs more to get it going. So that's why my fuel efficiency is a little higher at 8.9. If I didn't have all the extra weight in the vehicle, I think I would have been down around the high 7s, low 8s. Towing capacity for the CX-5 Diesel is 3,500 pounds as opposed to the gasoline, which sits at 2,000 pounds. So Mazda puts on their website, it's great for the outdoors, and I'll give them that. Whether you're towing a boat or a trailer, you have some extra stuff either on top of the vehicle, in the vehicle, behind the vehicle. The CX-5 Diesel gives you a better option as far as doing more of the same vehicle. Well, not really the same, you know what I mean? Same everything except the engine. Now, if you want a diesel engine, it's going to be a $5,000 option. And again, you can only get it on the top trim signature. Interestingly, it is still a 58-liter gas tank, whether you go gas or diesel through the CX-5. And I would have thought that maybe they would have gone for a smaller tank, but I guess to keep costs down and to keep the streamline of the vehicle as similar as possible to the gasoline, it's, I guess, everything beneath the hood and the exhaust system and whatnot. More or less the vehicle is the same if you separate the diesel and the gasoline options. Cool thing here, Mazda's doing a no charge schedule maintenance for the first 2 years that you have the diesel offering, and it's either 2 years or 32,000 kilometers, and that's kind of something you see on the premium vehicles. So good job Mazda on doing that. Compression ratio 14.1, so pretty good. I don't think I've mentioned the horsepower and torque or the engine specs, so oops, here they are now. So it's a 2.2 dual turbo engine, and it's giving you a total of 168 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque. Compare that to the gas turbo engine that is also offered, and you get 250 horse and 310 pound-feet of torque. For those of you that care about horsepower, maybe you want the turbo engine, but if torque is the name of the game, which it is for me, there's only 20 pound-feet of torque difference between the turbo engine and the diesel engine, so very nice there. And as mentioned in the previous part of the video, redline is a lot lower as opposed to the gasoline engine. I believe the gasoline engine hits redline around, I think it's 7,250, maybe 7,500. So yeah, definite difference there. Diesel has also historically been cheaper than gasoline. So I went on the StatsCan website, and I thought it'd be a lot cheaper before I started doing digging on this. But from StatsCan, January 2019 to September 2019 in Toronto, because they didn't have Mississauga, and Toronto's the biggest city. So average gas price $1.17.12, average diesel price $1.15.79, difference of diesel being cheaper by 1.33 cents. Last year in 2018, same thing for Toronto, gas averaged at 126.6, diesel averaged at 125.3, so a 1.3 cent reduction in diesel versus gasoline. So hold that in one side of your head. I don't have the exact figure now. I will put a screenshot up in a moment of the gas prices today, which is October 20th, 2019. I believe gas is $1.17 and a bit, and diesel is, I think, is $1.22. Anyways, just take a look at the screen, the shot on the that side of the screen, and you will see the difference. So it's significantly higher compared to what we looked at as far as all of 2018 and January to September 2019. As far as driving dynamics go, it does really well. It's fairly quiet. Lots of low-end power with the 290 pound-feet of torque, and I really noticed it in the lower gears, kind of getting up to highway speeds. You don't really use it a lot as far as city driving goes, because you don't really need to. You don't need to run and gun like an idiot to the next red light or stop sign, or drive like a jerk in an urban setting. But know that if you need the extra power to avoid a collision situation or to pass a truck or to get on the highway, you have it with the CX-5. Creature comforts are the same. Again, it's a CX-5 signature. Everything on the inside is going to be the same as what's on the gasoline version of the CX-5. It's interesting timing. I know Mazda in any manufacturer for that matter, it's not a matter of, let's spend a couple $1 million on this new technology. It is several $1 million. It's time and effort and research development. It's all sorts of stuff. So I don't think Mazda could have backtracked on this without losing a ton of money. So, you know, again, middle of 2019 is when the vehicle was released in Canada. Canada. Sorry, I said that funny. And $5,000 for the diesel option, not too bad. Not too bad. And you really got to jump up into the premium world of the Jaguars, Land Rovers if you want an SUV that has a diesel offering. And again, I think Mazda's trying to capitalize on all of the Volkswagen fans that want diesel, but obviously can't get it because Volkswagen screwed up pretty bad. Aside from that, I don't mind it. It's been a good week. I needed the extra torque because I had all those magazine boxes on the back. It's not a normal thing for me. It's only every couple of months. I don't have a boat, I don't have a cottage, I don't have anything to tow. But for those of you that do, consider the CX-5 Diesel. It'll be interesting to see how the last 3 months of 2019, which is October, November, December, shake out as far as average prices, because again, I noticed that diesel is fairly higher. There's a gas station here, doesn't offer diesel. That's another thing. Not every gas station offers diesel, so not quite as scarce as an electric vehicle looking for a charging point, but keep in mind, if you are getting a diesel vehicle, know where the gas stations are. And this car has CarPlay and Android Auto, so you could probably find it pretty easily. Anyways, that's going to wrap the video up for the 2019 CX-5 Diesel. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think Mazda has played it right by releasing a diesel vehicle, or do you think it's not even going to be a blip on their sales sheets as far as the number of people that pick up a CX-5 Diesel. I've been stuck in this light for a very long time. So may as well wrap the video up here. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll be, I almost had that ending.